What's up, guys? So today's video I'm going to be discussing my pannier or saddlebag racks. I did a review of these Voos waterproof saddlebags, and so far I've been pretty happy with them. Unfortunately, when I was doing the carb swap, I left the right side panel off and went for a test ride and ended up melting through the neoprene backing on the saddlebag. And then that kind of affected the way that they hung, and I tried tightening the straps, and that ended up in me putting too much pressure on the side panel, and it got into the exhaust and kind of started to melt it a bit. So I decided to upgrade to some actual saddlebag racks, and so I decided to go with the Tusk saddlebag racks from Rocky Mountain ATV, and they're great. They mount up really easily. I did have to modify the mounting for it just a bit because of the rear rack that I've got on my bike, but otherwise mounting was straightforward. The Voos saddlebags are a throw over style bag, so it's got the straps that go over the seat or over the frame or whatever you want them to do, and I wanted something that I could quickly remove from the bike because I didn't like the straps going over the top of my seat. So if I wanted to remove the bags, I would have to remove the side covers and then the seat to get the bags off. The Tusk racks come with a quick release mounting plate, so if you have hard bags or metal boxes, you can actually mount them and do a quick release to pull them off. Tusk also sells a soft bag mounting plate, but they were kind of pricey, about $130 I think for those soft bag mounting plates, and I figured I could make my own. So I'm going to show you what I ended up doing. So just looking at the bike, you know, it looks like just a set of bags on a bike. So these racks come with a little quick release cable, and so if you pull that, it just activates this little spring-loaded pin, and that pin slots into a hole in this little mounting plate, and they want you to just mount these to like a hard to the back of some hard bags or the metal boxes, but I decided to make my own soft bag mounting plates. So this plastic piece is just a 1/2 inch thick black cutting board. These were 12 inch by 18 inch cutting boards. I got them on Amazon. I'll put a link down in the description, but they're $14 each, and then all of the other hardware was included in the Tusk racks. So as you can see, pretty easy and quick to get on and off. And the existing straps on the bags, I've actually made into a little carry handle, and so when I get somewhere and I'm going to stay, I can just take that off and take it in hotel room or whatever. So the overall layout, I basically just found the center point of the cutting board and then marked a center point on my mounting plate here, centered it up, and then from the bottom edge, these tubes are 3/4 inch tube, and so I just put a 3/4 inch spacer under there so I knew how far to space it off, and then just center pointed all of my holes and drilled them out. To mount the bags to it, the straps that normally go over the seat, I just got them up tight to the top edge of the board and came down about midway between where the top rack bar sits, and just marked my spots, and then I doubled up the strap, just folded it over on itself, marked a spot, and then I punched some holes and installed some eyelets like you see on the edge of a tarp, and so that gives some support to the strap. And then I just have a carriage bolt from the other side and cut those down to length, and then so that mounts the top of the bag, and so that will keep it mounted to the board. For the bottom of the bag, to keep it from flopping and pulling out and flipping up, the bags originally had these straps with buckles that you would tie to whatever rack. I didn't want to actually tie it to the rack because I want them removable, so I just cut a little slot where the strap can go through, and then the existing straps that came with it, I just sewed a little T Basically just flattened the strap out to make a T and just made a few stitches to keep it in a T shape so that it will not pull through. I've also seen people use like the either D-rings or the kind of adjusters like that triple bar adjuster, and they'll just sew those into a loop, and so you've got a flat plate on the back side. You can turn it sideways and squeeze it through and then flip it, and it'll keep it from pulling through the board. All of my hardware is countersunk, and so it's not going to be rubbing into the back of the pad here. You can see my carriage bolts at the top are pretty flush, and so it just makes it a quick, easy way to get these soft bags mounted where they're easily removable, and keeps them out of the wheel and the tire and the exhaust. So that's it for how I mounted these soft bags to the Tusk racks. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them down below. And if you like what I do, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, we'll see you later. Oh my. If you pull the quick release,